so amazing. Everyone, please welcome to the show, Ty Smith.
What is really on Fokios and Fokaramas? I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man. Welcome to my channel, Model Renaissance Man. If you are someone that's been subscribed to my channel for a long time, double check to make sure that you are. But if you are fairly new to the channel, get an idea of what this channel is about. What do? Go to my channel, click on playlist. All these different things I do on this channel. See all these different thumbnails? Those are all different categories of things that I do on this channel, from comedy to cooking to DIY when it comes to fixing cars. There's a lot of things I do on this channel. So check the channel out in its entirety before you subscribe. I'm pretty sure you'll find something on here that you like. What's going on, good people? Make sure y'all do what I told y'all to do at the beginning of this video. Consider going right here to Patreon, just $1 a month, $12 a year for you to support the channel financially. Great if you do, great if you don't. The best thing you can do is get into your cell phone in the contact list, let somebody know about this channel, tell them to subscribe to this channel. Go into your cell phones, do that. All right, appreciate that. All right, so this right here came from Lexi, the real dude. Lexi, the real dude. Hey, Ty, I love your commentating. I love how funny you are with things, and yet you bring a positive message. You're just talented overall. Appreciate everything you do. I would love for you to check this thing out when it comes to dating, considering you've been married for a long time. I want you to go into this and just be you. With that being said, God bless you, brother. Okay, this is a woman. Let me see, y'all. Okay. Stop it here. And there we go. You guys can see it right. And I'm about to go right into it. Here we go. I think.
So if you're making $50,000, don't date. Ooh. I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date.
Again, I'm with you when
You're not ready to date. You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
Okay.
Everything costs. You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, shorty is gonna need a sip of something. She gonna be thirsty. This bottle of water is $3 in Atlanta. Let's not play. So if you don't have any expendable cash, don't date. And whatever that looks like for you, you might only make 50,000, but you live in a shoe, and now you got expendable cash. Or get you a bottom of the barrel bitch that's gonna date you when you have no money. If she doesn't have the expectation, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, enjoy it while it lasts, because eventually you're gonna wanna run. Because she doesn't stretch you, she doesn't make you the man that you need to become. She allows you to be the stagnant dude in the same jeans for days. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, yeah, we about to go through this video, because if the dude is already making $50,000, what do you mean she won't be the woman that you need to become? You already kind of that. And $50,000, technically, that is not bad. While she's saying all this, it all depends on your living standards. I don't get why these people, y'all. I know. I'm not hating on Lexi, the real. I'm not hating on this at all. But a lot of times, this is one of those deals where I deal with real life stuff. Like, we mentor real people in real relationships. This right here is just a bunch of stupid online talking points, but like you said, I'll go through it and everything like that. I don't mind it at all, but it's just one of these things that irk me, because I'm really huge on relationships. I really am. I love for people to be in relationships. I love for them to be in it for the right reason. And these type of points like she's making right here, they just sound good for the internet and all these folks that follow them, but it's just really stupid. Some of the stuff that just gets said on here, it just absolutely makes no sense. But here, I'm gonna go ahead and go through it with y'all. So give me a second here. I want to do something on my side here. We're gonna make this a little bigger. She already big as it is. Let me stop. See, that's what you wanted me to do. I knew it.
if you're making $50,000, don't date.
First of all, that's stupid. That's a Midwestern thing. What do you mean if you only making this money, don't date? What about people in other cultures? Have you ever visited places like Jamaica or Philippines, places like that, where you can look at this and consider what their living conditions to be poor? You would look at that and say, well, look at those living conditions. They're really poor. You know what I'm saying? You can look at these different places like Africa, where folks living out in clay huts and things like that. Is the amount of money these people make gonna matter to them? Yet these people are still thriving in long-term relationships, having beautiful children and all that. That whole thing is just a concept. It's been westernized right now because it's just a talking point for YouTube. It is not a reality in the real world. Trust me, we do this all the time. This is not a real legit thing in the real world with people you deal with. If you make it 50,000, okay, what if it was 48,900? What if it was 49,000? Oh, well, but you missing it by 1,000. We can't see this stupid stuff. And let me tell you something. What are we in? February, March, April, May, June. I will be with that woman up there. I will be with her for 23 years. I wasn't making any nowhere near no $50,000 when I first started off. In fact, I was working at a furniture store while being full-time in med school and everything like that, while at the same time going to school and working at this furniture warehouse, while trying, and at the same time doing track and field. So what are we talking about? This is the stuff people get caught up in. What do you mean? What is it? Is it, does money equate to relationship? No, now I get that you need to make enough money to sustain your family. I get that you need to make enough money to make sure that your family and you and your wife, or you and your like, you notice what I said? You and your wife, not some date, are okay. Now, I'm not talking about people that might get together with the intentions on not being married, but y'all going to live together. I'm not talking about that either. I'm talking about the basis of what she's talking about here. Let me go on a little bit.
I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date.
Again, I'm with you. When
You're not ready to date. You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
You know
I
what?
think a man should fear more than a woman who's.
Sorry, y'all.
So if you're making $50,000, don't date.
Chest is out.
I'm just being for real. You're not ready to.
I can't stand people like y'all. Let me not say that. It ain't that I can't stand her. I can't stand these talking points they do like this, especially coming from people like her.
Again, I'm with you. When
You're not ready to. You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
Okay.
Everything costs. You can go for 20.
Courtship does not cost. Me and my wife spent the first, I cannot tell y'all, 2 or 3 weeks doing nothing more than talking. Our relationship with God, how we love the Lord, things like that, things like what we see in the future, what type of family we might want in the future. These are things we talked about. We were talking to each other like we were friends, like, oh yeah, so yeah, I want at least minimum, I want to have 2 kids. And we'd love to have this, I plan on having a home. And, if we do have kids, I'd rather my wife stay. I'm talking to at the time I was dating my wife, I'm saying it to her like this. If we have children, if I have kids one day with my wife, I want my wife to stay at home with the kids, That's how I was talking to her. She was saying the same thing. Oh, wow, I was the type of person to where, yeah, I definitely want to stay home with my kids because of Yes. And think about this for the ones that want to try to jump on this and be like, oh, you remember? She was already out of college. I wasn't even out of high school yet. As soon as I graduated high school, the next month I was marrying this woman out of college with her degree and everything. How did that happen? How did I snag that? Here we are 23 years later. And this stuff she's talking about right here. Most of the things we did to me and my wife close, most of the things that drew me and this woman close together with our love, it didn't cost anything. You know what it cost? Time, talking, being close. Just those moments. That's right. Those things were absolutely, and they still are, free. Some of the most enjoyable times me and my wife have is sitting there and we just talk, and it brings us that much more close. She's sharing stories about things that she went through. I'm sharing things about stories about things I went through. And here we are, 22 years married, about to be 23 years married, and it just certain things might spark a conversation for us to talk about things we never even told each other yet, because certain conversations bring out certain memories. Then we talk about it. But if she would say, well, that stuff don't matter to me. Our intimacy and how close we become in a relationship doesn't matter because you don't make $50,000. The heck out of here. Look what she said. You can go for 22.
22 walks in the park. Eventually.
You need to go for 22 walks in the park. No, let's keep it real. You saying that somebody need to make $50,000. What if they say you need to lose about 50 pounds? Times 2. Y'all, I would laugh at you. You came at me talking about, hey, well, here I am in shape, athletic, and you coming at me talking about something. You need to make at least $50,000. Girl, bye. It wouldn't even be a stop. You talking about 22 walk. You are definitely not walking 22 times in no park. Because if somebody was to date you, that's what y'all need to be doing. And then this water she gonna mention, that's what you need. You need to walk 22 times in the park and have water. Because you definitely drinking a whole lot of carbonated beverages and sugar. Let me stop.
Actually, Shorty is gonna need a sip of something. She gonna be thirsty. This bottle
Water.
of water is $3 in it.
Well, guess what? All over different places, you and that person can walk y'all butt right to the Y, where they have those very good filtration waters where you can put your own bottled water, your bottle under there and get free water. You need to be doing what she's saying that she don't want to do. That's exactly what she needs to be doing.
Atlanta. Let's not play. So if you don't have any expendable cash, don't date. And whatever
To do what with?
Whatever that looks like for you. You might only make 50,000, but you live in a shoe, and now you got expendable cash. Or get you a bottom of the barrel bitch that's gonna date you when you have no money.
What she's saying right there is one of the best, ladies and gentlemen who are listening to me, that's one of the best things you can do. If you can find you a woman, this so-called, what she trying to say, a bottom of the barrel, don't think about imagery. There's people that are beautiful. There's people that are ugly. I'm just keeping it real. That don't care about money and things like that because they really just want to be in a relationship. There are women out there that just want to be mothers. That's awesome. There are people who are ugly. There are people who are beautiful, that they have money. But let me tell you, it still is not going to do anything to actually strengthen the relationship. So let me tell you why. Because look how many people are getting divorced. People that got money get divorced. People that don't got money get divorced. Why? Because there's no strong relationship. There's no strong foundation in it, especially if it started off on basis of money. Flat out, that's just the truth.
If she doesn't have the expectation.
And she said the bottom of a barrel. Do you know that there are all kind of men out there that will go after women just like that? If you find a woman that she might just be working at a department store, she might just be working at what you might call a low-income job, and you coming in and you got money, you looking at her like, I just want to take care of her, I want to be with this woman, and she calling her bottom of the barrel. Why? And wait a minute, let me get something straight. You are an adult yourself, woman. You don't make your own money. So what are you saying here? If we supposed to be dating, that's because you expect me to take care of everything is what you're saying. But since you are an independent woman with your own money and everything like that, why are you putting that expectation on me? You take care of your own self, I'll take care of me. If we want to become an item, how about this? We not going to split nothing until you and I get married. If we're going to be in a relationship, you pay for you, I'll pay for me. If we want to be in a long-term relationship, stay in the same house, you pay half the bill, I pay half the bill. Now, if we talk about us getting married and you want to have kids and I take care of you, yeah. See what I'm saying? This is the type of things a lot of people got, in today's world, they got to throw that at you like that. And today, not in my time, I'm an 80s baby. When I dated my wife, I'm old school. I paid for everything. I want to tell you why, because my woman was different. My woman was not that. If my wife would have been my wife who I'm married to, if my wife would have been like this right here, this conversation would have been over. I wouldn't even have spoken to her ever again. It would have been over right there. Hey, I tell you what, you have a nice day. You be blessed. I would have went on about my business. Never would have heard from her again. Easy.
And I'm going to tell you this right now, enjoy it while it lasts, because eventually you're going to want to run, because she doesn't stretch you. She doesn't make you the man that you need to become. She allows you to be.
No woman is going to ever make me the man that I'm going to become. My wife, and I said in front of her, she didn't make me the man that I became. Why do you think she wanted to marry me? I was already the man that she wanted. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You want a broken man that you got to work on and build up? No. I was already that man, and I continue to be that man. So what are you talking? See, y'all see what I'm saying? This is what I'm telling y'all, the people like this, these are good internet talking things to get people off, but it sounds so good. It's like when people be in church and the preacher be up there preaching, he's saying things, God will do it. Yes, he will. He will do it for you. Turn to your neighbor. And it makes you feel good because it sounds like he's saying something, but in the end, you're like, okay, there's no sustenance to that, what he said. I'm not really, what is he really talking about? What did he say? And how did that help me with my life? How did that help me? How did that help change me? It did nothing. And that's exactly what she's doing right there. It sounds like she's saying something when she's not. No man in their right mind is looking at a woman that's talking like this and acting like this and say, this is the type of woman I want to be with at all. Those bottom of the barrel women she's talking about, they're probably winning. Because those men are looking at them. These women are like, I will cater to my man. I will be there for my man. I will be there to help my man out for what his needs will be. And this thing, he's going to be the leader. He's going to be want to take care of us. I want to have kids with this man. I love this man. I will be what he wants me to be in our relationship. He's going to be doing what he's supposed to do as a man of God, et cetera, et cetera. Not no, I'm getting into the relationship so I can see how I can make this man into what he needs to be and stretch him. Please. See, you can't deal with folks like that with me because I know my role. I know my purpose. See, Christ is the head of me. I am the head of my wife. My wife is over my kids. But when it flows up, I'm over my wife and my kids. When it flows up, Jesus is over me and my wife and my kids. You follow me? See what I'm saying? See, the thing is, you're not going to come across men. You see what I'm saying? You won't even be able to be in the same presence in the vicinity of a guy like me. These people like that woman would never. Want to know why? I don't attract people like that. That's the problem. I would never have attracted anybody like that at all. That conversation would have been short. Let me finish on with this.
Be the stagnant dude in the same jeans for days. You know what I'm saying? So if you're making 50,000,
Anyway, so yeah, appreciate the video. And you know, like I do, I love to get into things like this. And I know he's like you said, you know I was gonna come. You knew I was gonna come this particular way with the throwing shots and everything like that. But it just don't make any sense, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what y'all think of this nonsense right here. And if you are a woman, I would not follow behind anything that she's saying right there, because she would be the reason why you would have a downfall. She's going to end up having you have a certain type of image drawn up in your mind and a certain type of perception of a man that you won't even give it. You won't even give a dude a chance who can be the person to knock you off your feet for the rest of your life, all because you going in there with a preconceived judgment, looking at a money number instead of looking at that man and how that man is going to treat you and how he's going to be with you. And that amount of money don't mean nothing. Because right now, amongst other people that same profession, things like that, doctors, CNAs, lawyers, business owners, I know a lot of men in these positions that treat their wives like dirt. And these women are in these relationships with these men, and they not going to leave because they know they're not going to leave that lifestyle. Oh, because they weigh well over $50,000, well over it. But the relationships suck and they're miserable. They're taking all type of different antidepressants and all type of anti-anxiety medication just so they can feel like they need to function because of how they're being treated by their husband, being cheated on and everything. And yes, a lot of them signed a prenup, but who cares? He made more than $50,000. Well, I want to sign a prenup. Oh, a lot of y'all do because of that money and that lifestyle that they present before you. Anyway, let me know what y'all think of this right here by leaving it in the comments below after this video. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus. What's going on, everybody? So, hey, check this out. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to view these videos. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also right here is where you can catch the next video, the latest video that I've done. But like right up here, this is stuff that I've done kind of in the past. So in this area, you might find a video that I've done in the past. It can be funny, it can be something serious, it does not matter. But this is something that you can also do to check out more material that I do in my channel, because I do a lot in this channel, all right? So again, appreciate everything from you guys. Keep on watching it, keep on supporting it, and God bless you all.